Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Inside Guns with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. Today, I want to talk about a very serious topic. In fact, according to a lot of YouTube videos I watch, this is one of the most serious topics in the gun community. And of course, I'm talking about how well would your carry ammunition fare if you were attacked by a violent, armed, roaming band of cinder blocks. Now, I assume this is a big problem. Even though I've never had it happen to me, I see video after video where people are shooting up cinder blocks. So I assume those cinder blocks did something to deserve it. Otherwise, that would just be cruel and a waste of, cinder blocks. So I decided that I would answer a question I got from a viewer that kind of dealt with this subject. They said that they have seen multiple cinder block tests on the internet, but they've never seen anyone shoot cinder blocks with the 5.7. I'm not sure if that's true, that doesn't exist or not. I'm sure it has to exist somewhere on the internet, but they haven't been able to find it. They know that I've been carrying my FN 5.7 lately. So they said, hey, would you go out, show us how it fares against some cinder blocks? And they asked, for reference, can you show how it fares next to 9mm against the same blocks? Well, since this is such an important question, and I don't want anyone out there to ever have to choose their carry ammo without knowing how effective it is against cinder blocks, I thought I would run down to my range out back and give it a go. First, the 9mm Beretta. All right, as you can see, I couldn't fire all 10 rounds because nothing left really to fire at that I can actually hit without shooting through the table. So let's move on here and see how the 5.7 does. And now the FN 5.7. All right, as you can see, the 5.7 didn't fare quite so well. Not only did it not destroy the attacker, it actually didn't do all that much damage. It blew out some chunks, but that's about it. It never even managed to penetrate all the way through the front and the back. The 9mm did manage to do that a couple of times. So I think we really learned something here, and we'll talk about what that is when we get back to the studio. All right, as you can see there, the 9mm seems to be far more effective against the ne'er-do-well cinder blocks. And that wasn't even like a solid copper round. That was just a regular jacketed hollow point round. Now, it was a fast round. It was moving pretty quick, but wasn't anything like a specialty round, but still was very effective against the cinder block. It had the mass to push its way through. The 5.7 just didn't have the mass. It had velocity in spades and left really nice little holes in the front of the cinder block, but never had the energy to get all the way through or separate the front and the back. So the cinder block, after being shot with the 5.7, could still get you. I mean, if he was within 10 yards of you with a knife, I think that's the rule, right? A cinder block within 10 yards with a knife is going to get you if you don't take them down with the first couple of shots. So could still get you. So I think we can determine from this that 9mm, even if you're just using regular standard hollow points, would be probably even better if you were using a solid copper ammo, is a far better round against cinder block attackers. I, however, am not made of cinder blocks. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to be shot with either one of them, since I am flesh and blood, at least last time I checked. Not so much blood anymore, but as I'm getting older, I think it's drying up, but more flesh than ever. So I wouldn't want to get shot by either one because I'm sure they perform differently in soft tissue. But against cinder blocks, definitely the 9mm. Now, I will say one thing. If I was out with a carry gun and I got into a gunfight with someone who wasn't made of cinder blocks, but hid behind a cinder block wall, and I had to somehow overcome that barrier, I would definitely want the 9mm. maybe with a solid copper round so it would do even more penetration, destroy the wall even quicker, because I would want that capability. Maybe even get them through the wall after a couple of shots. So, like I said, against flesh and blood, I think both of these rounds would do very good. They would perform very well. Against cinder block, 9mm is definitely better. Against flesh, I think either one of them would do well. But like I said, if they're hiding behind a cinder block, maybe an innocent cinder block that had nothing to do with it, but I'm going to try to say that they did have something to do with it, so we have justification in shooting them. I would definitely want the 9mm because I think it would get the job done better. All right, everybody, with that problem solved, that's it for me today. I do hope everyone enjoyed the show. I appreciate you coming, and I hope you come back again tomorrow. Until then, I want to remind everyone that we are doing a live chat tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time. There is a live chat every night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, except Mondays and Wednesdays. If you're watching this on a Monday or a Wednesday, it's at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Every other night, 6 p.m. Pacific time. So if you want to come over and discuss other very important topics like the one we covered today, or other life-changing things like what's the best cereal, come on over and enjoy the conversation with other like-minded Second Amendment folks. Hope to see you there. If I don't see you there, well, then I just want to remind everyone out there to remember, always carry and stay safe until I do see you again.